I'm just going to clear this off and I'll do a new storm track. Again, this kind of a marginal situation, but again, National Weather Service does want to at least alert people. So this is, and the storm is moving, maybe about 15 to 20 miles an hour. So you can see Clarno right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. That's the area of most of the threat. Monroe, probably not much of a threat, maybe south of Twin Grove in the southern portion of Greene County. But again, this is a tornado warning situation. Obviously, we're on the air during a tornado warning, and so that's why we have that. There's the wind rotation, maybe a little bit.
Once again, there's a little bit of wind gust right there, is probably what's indicating. So you could have a little bit of a gust with it kind of bowing out, as we say, kind of in that nature.
Yeah,
so,
you can see
there's a little bit right there.
Yeah, right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, approaching Highway 69 from the west. So that would be an area that does bear some watching there. But we'll continue to look. Not seeing any debris indication there. That's good news. Shear, not seeing nothing there. Hail. Again, not seeing anything there. Let me just look at the hail track, and we haven't seen anything there. This storm literally has just blown up over, probably the last 15 minutes or so, just southwest of Monroe, and there's a little wider radar view.
You can generally see, like I said, the natural rotation. These things are very common to come through July and then work their way east. And the thing is, they can develop additionally just with the natural rotation going around. And there's your watch box to the south. It is going into a favorable area for tornadic activity, and we'll probably see more thunderstorms for northern Illinois develop with the daytime heating. So that's why, if you're in that area, there's a watch out till 10 p.m. for northern Illinois, and I believe that includes the Chicago area, if I'm correct.
It does. Yeah, I'm just going to throw temperatures on there, and you can see our temperatures have been held down quite a bit because of the rain. Madison right now in the upper 50s, whereas temperatures farther to the south and to the southwest where the rain has ended, you can see those temperatures getting into the 70s. And so if we look at dew points too,
that should be fairly warm down there.
Yeah, you can see the dew points are higher, definitely down towards Janesville and northern Illinois. The atmosphere a little bit more unstable there. So, but again, and I'll just kind of shut the temperatures off here and dew points and just kind of show you to the south. That's where the higher severe weather potential is across northern Illinois.
There's a line right there.
But we're just on the northern edges of that. But again, right now, still have a tornado warning in effect.
A little better down there.
Yeah, let's take a quick look again at the
Illinois.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just zoom in on this area a little bit more so we can get a better idea. And let's put this here, and I'm going to zoom in at least down to where the wind velocities are, so we can take a look at that. There's a storm track. So yeah, maybe right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. There's Clarno that we had in the path of the storm. So that's an area that we need to watch. But again, tornado warning in effect until 4:30 for the southern portions of Greene County, south of Monroe, really. And the storm probably going to move out of Wisconsin. I would say probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes, if even that long. But we'll keep an eye on it. Again, that's why we're interrupting programming. Now you can see a little bit of shear trying to show up right around Cadiz there. That's just very, very light shear. Greg, if you want to point that out with between.
There you go. Yeah, it's right there.
So at least an indication that there's been a little bit of rotation.
If you go back to the radar reflectivity again, I think you can see that a little better coming. Yeah, right there. Well, now the strongest part of the cell is actually getting kind of close to the across the border right now. Yeah, we're starting to lose that. It's probably right down in that area down there. But generally, you still got that bow coming up. There's still rotation right there. It's generally a loft right now, so it's not really as close to the surface, but enough there that. And once again, like I said, I've stated already, it's going into a favorable area down there that this actually might continue and get a little bit stronger here. You can kind of start seeing a little bit of that there, but still, I would say gusty winds, a big thing right there. But probably another, 30 minutes at the moment, 15, 20 minutes, and it's probably going to be really south of the border, at least the main core of it right now. So not much going on. Correlation coefficient, pretty quiet there too, as we'd expect. We haven't got reports of it yet.
We'd be looking for those blues in the area of red there.
Pretty standard coloring going on for what's in the atmosphere. Just a little bit of that shear going on.
Yeah, not seeing much in the way of hail.
Bigger picture.
Yeah, you can see
Yep.
the line of storms there.
Right there, that's the line. It continues to progress east. It should stay south of Janesville here as it comes through, but it could straddle basically the state line here for the next several hours if we see any further development as it heads into this area. But once again, this is a favorable area to see more of those type of cells too, of those areas. So if you're heading into that area, definitely keep an eye through this evening for some showers and thunderstorms and potentially for some stronger ones as it continues to push east. But all this activity should be out of our woods here in a couple, less than an hour really, and then really for the Milwaukee, Chicago area through the night. So once again, there's your warning there. It's just now really getting closer to the state line there, and strongest part of the cell seems to be pushing there. So I would think, yeah, right there, you kind of see it bend a little bit further. So not quite seeing that curvature as we saw maybe a while ago, and then reflectivity is actually kind of weakened too a little bit too. So that still is the warning out, I think till what, till 4:30. We still got a few, another 20 minutes left on that. And otherwise, anything back of this area is cleared out good. Ahead of it, once again, you'll have to keep an eye on that for any further development because it is somewhat in a favorable area to see more thunderstorms develop, or at least this to maintain itself, but it is pushing southeast fairly quickly now, and it's almost now the main core is south of the border. So I think we're going to be in the clear here pretty quick too with what's going on because even that's just weakening fairly good. So that's the positive news.
Yeah, we'll clear that out of there. Again, just keeping a very close eye on the cell right as it's crossing the Illinois state line there. So maybe some strong winds, far southern portions of Greene County, but areas farther to the north, certainly very little in the way of severe weather potential, certainly up toward Madison. If there is severe weather potential, like Greg says, right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line and trending more toward Belvedere and areas like Rockton and South Beloit, rather than into even southern portions of Rock County.
Yeah, and there's your watch box there out there, outlines to Vernon to Belvedere. So, and now almost the whole entire strongest part of that cell is now across the border. So
yeah, let me just see if we have an update here from the National Weather Service, because I can actually query this and see what they're saying here. Yeah, they haven't even issued a severe weather update on this cell because it's, there's just, like I say, I would not be surprised if the warning is canceled, is that the rest of the storm moves into extreme northern Illinois. But again, right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line from Clarno eastward to, let's see, so I'm just going to grab the map here and drag it over a little bit. So there's Twin Grove, you can see Spring Grove right along the Wisconsin state line there. But even now, I mean, the most intense part of that storm is now getting into parts of northern Illinois. So we'll see how long the National Weather Service holds on to that warning. But again, right now we have a tornado warning for the far southern portion of Greene County until 4:30 p.m. Because of a radar indicated tornado. But you can see that most of that cell is actually getting out of Greene County. And if I'm just, as soon as I get the next update from the National Weather Service, I think we may be able to go back to our 4 p.m. newscast, and let me just get what I'm doing is I'm actually looking at the information from the National Weather Service off the air here, so that I can get at least an idea of what they're thinking as far as any kind of information. Yeah, I mean, there has been not even an update from that. So I think, Greg, I don't know. I mean, I think we're probably pretty safe to say that the severe weather threat is ending across Greene County. So, Matt, at this point, we're going to be going back to Live at 4, and I don't know how you want to transition that, but you just tell me what you want to do, and I think if our anchors are ready, Brady and Mark. Yep, you're behind the camera from where I'm sitting. So let's do that, and then we'll break in if we need to. Need emergency weather alerts before conditions turn bad? Download the First Warn Weather app right now. Turn on notifications, and I'll alert you when severe weather threatens. The First Warn Weather app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.